beautiful Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for March 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details, and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, so the new moon was in Pisces on the 2nd of March. You may have felt truly affected by it, a little bit more sensitive than usual, but also a little bit more focused on goals, dreams, trying to get perspective, and you may have felt also a little bit more creative than usual as well. This time is peak manifestation because it actually is in alignment with Jupiter, good planet of expansion, luck, and opportunity. Also, lucky breaks coming your way. Now, also, you will feel a little bit more attractive than usual, but first, you'll deal with the energy of that sensitive element. So maybe some of you have been, releasing things that are no longer necessary, processing some difficult emotions. Some of you may have had a really good cry around about this period. Crying is cleansing, okay? It actually helps be purging of any built-up tension or energy that no longer is necessary in your energetic sphere, and it also purges things that need to be let go of. Now, I did a pre-shuffle earlier, and stone people actually came up for you as well there, so it's coming up a second time for you there. Oh, look at this. We have interesting times ahead. We have divine masculine and divine feminine there. So some of you may actually be coming completely into alignment after a period of feeling unbalanced. And also some of you, if you're looking for love, there can mean that there is some sort of energetic match between you and a counterpart on its way for you in March. I'm just going to get all your cards before I do your reading. Now, your 3rd house is activated at the beginning of the month, and that's all about planning, okay? So some of you are going to be planning to learn a little bit more. Maybe some of you put yourself on courses to learn things either online or in person, whether they are learning a new language or going back to school or college in some way. Education is starred at the beginning of the month. Also, quick trips. Okay, we got a tower, and it knocked that moon right off the moonstone right off its perch. Okay, the tower is your protagonist energy, which means you are doing some radical changes that actually may shock a lot of people. Okay, if that tower was in any other position, I would say the tower is happening to you, but I feel like the tower is you happening to things. Okay, thanks so much, spirit guides, guardian angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? We've got the star card energy. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? So yeah, so communication also will be starred at the beginning of the month. You're going to be able to negotiate better deals. You're going to learn about working smarter, not harder, especially since that full moon is in Virgo on the 18th of March, aligning with Pluto, which is a very transformational period. It actually allows people to sort of rebuild in circumstances that have been catastrophic, or it can also bring an opportunity to transform your life for the positive. They want me to go again, so I will. Thank you so much, spirit guides, great angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? The Chariot. Okay, a lot of signs have been getting the Chariot in this month, especially in this position, because it's all about movement forward, moving forward away from shocking times or troubled waters or tumultuous energy. You're moving forward, okay? A lot of energies are feeling that at the moment in time. Now, the 9th house is also activated for you right at the end of the month, What's interesting about the 3rd and the 9th house, they actually complement each other really well. Okay, this is 9th house is about study and travel as well, but it's also tinged with a bit of searching for meaning. So some of you may actually put yourself on some sort of quest for meaning, or some sort of course, or some sort of, you may join a group, a spiritual group, or you may go on some sort of spiritual retreat there. It's a very philosophical time, but it is to enhance your knowledge. If you're not actually, well, the Chariot card is there, so it does suggest that you may travel in the month of March. We will clarify that as we go forward. If you're not wanting to put yourself on a spiritual retreat, it can mean that you're actually finding a solution by connecting to meditation, or you're being really philosophical. You're finding a solution to a problem that has plagued you for a while. I really get this energy from all of you, my beautiful Capricorn, where I feel you've been feeling a little bit stuck in the mundane day-to-day. Okay, this sort of routine. And Capricorn, whilst you don't mind routine, especially being an earth element, you're okay with that. But I feel like you're looking for some sort of excitement, or you're looking to change something radically in your world right now. Okay. We'll go and see what those changes are. But your first card here is confidence. Okay, so this is something that you will be exhibiting more of in the month of March. You're coming back to your center, okay? And it says your success will be determined by your own confidence. So self-image, love yourself, outlook, and believing. Believing in yourself is the most important. It is actually 99% of the way there to success, because if you do not believe in yourself, who is going to believe in you? Okay, you are championing yourself. That is the most important way to move ahead. Okay, of course it helps when other people are championing you too, but if you doubt your wonderful self, and we all do at some stage, but it is about struggling with that, overcoming the struggle, and recognizing that actually we bring a lot to the table. And Capricorn, you actually have a lot to offer. Okay, not only have you got a lot of talent, a lot of drive, ambition, willpower, you're very intuitive as well. So I feel like intuitively you're making the right changes that may not meet other people's expectations. You're not here to meet other people's expectations, okay? I feel like you're living life on your own terms, and what you decide to do may shock a lot of people, but I feel like you've got this deep knowing that either you've been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut, or you've been feeling a little bit stagnant in your world right now, and you feel like something has to change, and your confidence will see you making the right decisions to change things up in order to move ahead and feel a little bit more peace. Now, just as I touch the Divine Masculine card, they're giving me a song. And this song is very famous. It has come up before, maybe about 2 years ago in one of my readings. And it is Walk Like an Egyptian. They're actually just giving me the chorus, not the rest of the song. It's on a loop. Walk like an Egyptian. And then, so walk like an Egyptian. Okay, so either you just heard that song on the radio before you listen to this reading, or you will hear it after this reading. Or maybe it's a song that you've said, hey, Spirit, could you give me a sign? And someone mentions this song. It could also mean I'm trying to decode it. If you haven't heard it, I'm trying to decode the energy of it. And they're actually giving me, my fingers have gone ice cold. Very odd. Ice cold at the top there. So now either that could be due to poor circulation or rhinos, something like that. This is not my energy I'm picking up on. Something's gone cold. Maybe you've dropped something and you've decided to phase it out of your life, or something's gone cold and you've decided to disconnect from it in your world. But they're actually showing me a meaning of the song Walk Like an Egyptian. And first of all, they're showing me, they're showing me a river right now, okay? And they're actually showing me, they're spelling, so it's the Nile. They're actually spelling the river's name. So they're showing me the River Nile, okay? And they're showing me people in a boat, and they're doing that in the boat. They're standing in this boat, and they're trying to keep balance. They're trying to prevent from tipping over or tipping. Okay, so maybe that's how you're feeling right now. Perhaps you're feeling like during uncertain circumstances, you feel like you're on uneven ground, or you've been feeling a little bit shaky recently and you're trying to remain balanced in your world or find some sort of balance. It can also mean that you're trying to do something that is different. You're trying to respond to a situation that is different, or you're trying to do something that is against the grain. You're standing out from the crowd. I mean, walk like an Egyptian. Egyptian energy. I mean, you may have a connection to Egypt, of course. Or you may be Egyptian, come from there, or maybe you've just booked travel to Egypt. So please take it as it resonates. I feel more it's about trying to remain upright and balanced, whether that's in health or whether that's in the time period that we're living in. And water tends to reflect dreams. So perhaps you feel like your dream, something that you've been trying to achieve, has been on choppy waters right now, and you're just trying to take this journey slowly in some way. We will go deeper and find out what's going on there, but that's the song that's coming through. We've got Divine Masculine. Be willing to take risks, but remain unattached to the outcome. Structure, take charge, action, a man. Okay, so this is about, knowing that you need to come out of a comfort zone in order to achieve whatever it is you set out to do. And maybe that's what the actual boat on the Nile is. It's about being out of your comfort zone and trying to remain in balance, keeping upright. Okay, I mean, standing in a boat is not something that people normally do. They tend to sit, it looks like a kayak or something like that. One of those, it wouldn't be a gondola, that would be a different country. That would be Italy. But it's that sort of style of boat. And people tend to sit in those sort of boats. So perhaps you're doing something that is original, or perhaps you're doing something that is out of the norm. You're doing something that perhaps everybody does, but you're doing it in a different way that marks you different or sees you standing out from the crowd. Because to stand in the boat is something different. It's almost like you're putting yourself in a challenging position and testing yourself to see if you can do it. Okay, I feel like you can, because the person in the image that they're showing me is remaining upright and remaining balanced. Okay, so coming out of our comfort zone is very important for March for you. And again, it's number 16, and that is the Tower energy. So I feel like you are challenging yourself to do something different and come out of a comfort zone. We've also got Stone people. Okay, and it's number 6 when you reduce it. 0 plus 6 is 6, of course, and that is the number of the Lovers card, which is about balance. It's about harmony. It's about choice as well. Okay, it says here, everything can change, even someone with a heart of stone. No feelings, numb, disinterested, distant. So perhaps you've been feeling a little bit disconnected from something that you love doing, a goal or a dream, and you've been really trying to find the motivation, or wondering why you've disconnected. Perhaps you're wondering if it's something to do with you, and you feel like you have to push yourself, or you have to test yourself to see if you still want to do this thing that you're interested in doing. But I feel like everything can change is you recognizing that you're not stuck in your situation. You have the power to change everything. I mean, the Tarot card can mean that you're actually sort of ripping everything up and starting again. You're starting from scratch, but you're not truly starting from scratch. You're starting from experience, okay? Because you've got a lot of knowledge. You have got a lot of smarts, a lot of talent. You're not starting from the very beginning. This is almost like a rejuvenation energy. We will come to these cards in a moment. It says here, certain things catch your eye, but pursue only things that capture your heart. So this is about your focus, being right on target, and you will be. You're going to achieve whatever it is you set out to do. You got the Chariot card, you got the Star card. The Star card is in the resistance position, which means you've been going through a bit of a testing time, or you've had a test of faith recently, or perhaps you've been feeling a little bit confused as to why everything feels like you're in a funk, or you feel like you're not moving forward, or you feel disconnected from your usual self. But I feel like you're going to get back on track. And I feel you may actually shake up your energy and try to push yourself, to challenge yourself to come out of that comfort zone. But you're definitely still on target, okay? We've also got Divine Feminine. Unleash your creative side, write, paint, or dream up new ideas, nurturing receptivity, a woman. Okay, again, when you reduce it, 2 plus 4 is 6, the number of love, balance, and harmony. And I feel also, since you've got that divine masculine energy, some of you will, out of the blue, suddenly meet perhaps the love of your life, or it can mean that there is someone from your life returning and you want to heal it with that person, because we've got the Star card here. But you may not want to heal that with that person. You may want to find new, because we've got the Chariot card, which means movement forward. You're not looking backwards. But Divine Feminine definitely speaks to the sort of Pisces element to the new moon, feeling a lot more creative, a lot more attractive, and coming back to your center, exploring who you are and expressing yourself through artistic endeavors. Some of you will actually be able to make money through that as well. And we've got magic. So this is going to be a very positive March. It says magic surrounds you and in you. Use your skills to protect yourself. Psychic, spells, casted, sorcerer, witch. Remember, the words we use to describe ourselves or our goals and dreams, they need to be spelt. They are spellings. And we use those utterings out to the universe. So be careful the way that you talk about your dreams and the way you talk about yourself, because we start to become what we feel we truly are, okay? And you are becoming. The owl is shown up there because you are very wise. It's number 44. When you reduce it, 4 plus 4 is 8, which is the strength card. So you have a lot of wisdom, a lot of courage, and I feel you have what it takes to power through and get whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. The magic card really connects to the magician as well, that you have the will, you have the shrewdness, the ability, the initiative to take action on something and make it happen. You have the power, the talent, the drive to accomplish any goal that you set out to do. Use your innate gifts, your knowledge, and your smarts to get you to where you want to go. Also, the owl is about seeing things in 360. Sometimes even seeing things are not there, seeing beyond the physical and using your crown chakra to know that you will be successful. Not see that you will be, but know that you will be successful. Know that you will meet the love of your life if you haven't already, or know that you will get whatever it is you want to achieve, okay? So let's start with the Tower. This is your protagonist energy. It's almost like you are surprising everybody, okay? And why would that be a surprise? I feel like people have certain expectations on you, Capricorn, but I feel like you're really going to shock a lot of people. This card, I feel like you're changing your life so radically that a lot of people are starting to go, Capricorn, are you sure you want to do that? So with the Tower comes in times of stagnancy, where we feel nothing is happening, we're in a stalemate position, or we feel completely like in Groundhog Day, where we're just going round and round and round in circles. And we feel like we know we should shake up the energy. We ask the universe to show us change. But sometimes the universe says, okay, I can show you change, but it's going to be quite difficult to deal with, and it will cause disruption. Or you can activate change, and you can cause this sudden transformation in your world to get to where you want to go. Because you've got the divine masculine and feminine energy, I feel like you are activating that change. The Tower basically comes where you feel like you're stuck in a rut. Okay, the Tower in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot is it basically represents prison. Two figures, day to day, they feel quite comfortable where they're at, but they're technically going round and round circles in that tower. And the lightning bolt from the universe comes, which is fate intervening in a situation to put the tower on fire, so that the two people in that prison, that tower, feel uncomfortable, so uncomfortable that they need to make a radical move to change in some way. And the Tower card, they leap into the unknown. They take a leap of faith. The Tower card here sees that you are dismantling something that no longer has purpose in your world. This is a breakdown of things. I feel like this could also be like an explosive kind of energy where you liberate yourself from something that you felt really stuck in. Because basically the Tower at its grassroots means sudden change. And it may not meet everybody's expectation, but I feel like it blows your third eye wide open. You can see the future. You can see your progress. You can see the path. Everything changes in March, okay? Now, some of you may have had a shock of some sorts in February into March, and you may be trying to sort of find your balance within that. And maybe that's what that kayak type thing was from Walk Like an Egyptian. So perhaps you're trying to remain stable in choppy waters, but Spirit's indicating that you managed to find that balance. You managed to stay afloat, even in the most difficult circumstances. Now, the Star card is in the resistance position, which means I basically got it in the reverse. This is the challenge for the month of March, which is to have faith, okay? Because you may have had a real test of it recently. The Star card can, in this position, it can cause you to question your path. It can cause you to lose hope. It can also cause you to lose optimism or inspiration. But this is your challenge in the month, to overcome that, to make sure that this turns into this. Now, what's really important here is your throat chakra and your heart chakra is highlighted in this card, and your third house of communication is important. So if there is a difficult conversation that you have to have with somebody, I feel like you're going to be really open and honest, but also delicate, and not like destroy a person's ego in whatever it is you have to say. I feel like you're finding a way to say this calmly, this whatever this conversation is. But the Star card says you are still on the path to success. This is a new phase of life that you're reaching for. And if you want a new phase of life, whether it is a new diet, a new healthcare routine, exercise, whether it is new friends, new job, new beginning in some area, new relationship, you have to look at changing some things. Because if you are always getting the same outcome in a situation, you're going round and round in a circle, which means something needs to radically change in your world in order to bring you what you truly desire. So you are making big changes here. You're transforming your world in order to allow this success to come on in. This is something you've worked really hard for as well. The Star says there will be light at the end of the tunnel, and you will be successful. This is a wish coming true, or a dream that you've harbored for a while that has been just stuck going round in circles. It's not been progressing. You're doing something differently, either tweaking the plan, or you're still on track, but you may be just making some changes that allow you to unblock a situation in order to move forward. And we have the Temperance card, which is about patience. Now, you've waited a long time for all the things that you want in your world. But the Patience card, the Temperance card, is also about mediation or compromise. So perhaps you're looking at your world and saying, okay, I need to change this, but this cannot change because I really like that aspect of my life. So you're compromising. You're keeping the things that you want to keep in your world, the people that you want to keep in your world, and you're regenerating energy in the rest of your life, and renewing energy in order to shake up the mundane. I feel like you are trying to find some excitement in your world as well. The Temperance card sees you feeling a little bit anxious, but as long as you follow your heart and remain in balance and moderation, you will find the symmetry in your life. You will blend nicely with the situations that you are trying to attract, okay? This is about every action, there is a reaction, okay? So I feel like it's cause and effect. And this is asking you to remain in balance, okay? You could be, for example, tempering your reaction to a situation, still being honest with yourself, but just trying to see things from different angles. Now, we've got the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is all about learning, which really connects to both houses, the 9th and the 3rd house there, where there could be some sort of study and travel, especially, these two cards is about learning or study and travel. So that is really sort of highlighted in your monthly reading. This reading, I'm doing it on the 4th of March. Sorry, it's a little bit late, but it's good right through to the 4th of April, just so you're aware. The Hierophant is about your commitment to learning new things. So I feel like you're opening yourself up, but also I feel like you're shaking up a system that perhaps expected traditional things from you. Maybe, your family, your friends expected you to do like a 9-to-5 job, and you're like, well, I'm creative. I want to live my life on my own terms. I march to the beat of my own drum. I'm truly independent. You cannot make me conform. So if there's one thing I know about a Capricorn, they don't like to conform to other people's expectations, because you really do march to the beat of your own drum. And that is what I absolutely love about your energy, okay? If you want to do something, of course, you will do it. But if someone tries to force you to do something, or tries to coax you into a certain area of your life to do something they really want you to do, there's no way that's happening. There's a huge kickback and there's stubborn energy. Also, the Hierophant is about higher level of commitment, okay? This can mean your higher level commitment to meditation. Some of you may be reaching out to a teacher to learn something more about traditions or learn about language, or this is also about belief systems. So I feel like you may have a really philosophical period where you start to wonder what it is you truly believe, what it is you celebrate, what it is you want in life, what is the guiding force in your life, okay? Now with the Hierophant, they just give me the word incantation. Incantation. So some of you may be doing spells, or if you're not someone who does spells, you may be doing manifestations, or trying to inspire yourself in certain ways, manifestations, having like mantras that you live by. Maybe as I was just reading your cards, you've just said something that is like a mantra or an incantation that you normally say in order to move forward for success. The Hierophant sees you overcoming a blockage, okay? Also recognizing that you are original, even in the most rigid of systems. It is about maintaining your individuality, okay? But the Hierophant also is asking you to have faith, because the Star card is in the resistance position. So the Hierophant says, have faith. What you want truly wants you. You will be moving forward. You're not stuck where you're at, okay? But you may be coming out of a comfort zone, because the Tower card says whenever we make radical changes like that, that initially are unwanted but you feel are necessary, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm not going to lie to you, my beautiful Capricorns. The changes that you're making may be difficult. You may have taken some time out to really wrestle with them and work out. You may have been a little bit confused about the next part of your path, but you will find the clarity you seek, and you will know the direction that you need to go in. The Chariot card says that exactly. This is about triumph. This is about getting that energy, that revitalized energy, in order to be not only disciplined with yourself, but to make a decision and move full steam ahead on either a goal, a dream, or something that is important to you. Now, of course, success always looks differently to everybody. So whatever it is you're trying to move forward on, the Chariot sees you moving towards that. Some of you may actually suddenly decide that you want to travel, or suddenly decide that you want to relocate somewhere, and it shocks a lot of people, but it's something that you truly want. They're highlighting, well, they're actually highlighting the keys here for me. And we got a little bit of, I don't know if you saw the candle flicker there. I'm scrying, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw it flicker. Some of you are going to receive keys to something important in March. So whether that's the keys to a new home that you bought, or to a car, or to maybe a lockup, or maybe you've been given extra responsibilities in a work that you're working in right now, and you've been given a set of keys, the third-party key holder, that sort of thing. Keys are important in the month of March for you, okay? But the Chariot card says your destination will be met, and it will be success, okay? So I feel like destination is not unknown here. Destination is success. Now let us move towards your reading to see what is coming towards you. This is the Golden Art Tarot, and I'm only using the uprights in this deck, okay? The first card you got there is the King of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. We've also got the Ten of Wands. So a lot of burden. You're releasing it, but it's made you feel there's been a lot of stress on something, and you may have been trying to find clarity on something. Perhaps it's about your path. You may have felt you've been doing a lot of heavy lifting recently. They're showing me the Four of Swords that taking a time out with that Hangman as well, taking a step back, helps you become a little bit more clear on what the path is ahead. Knight of Pentacles here. We got the Eight of Pentacles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Also, if you're wanting to know what cards I'm using, the black cards and golden cards, they're really beautiful. They're by Maya de Aust, and they're the White Witch Tarot. Also, Mahrukh X's Shamanic Heart Oracle. Again, another beautiful deck there as well. Okay, so I see you being really financially stable throughout the month of March, but I also see something changing, more excitement coming into your world. I would say get ready. It's almost like they want you to have rest, because there is a period of real excitement, adventure coming through here for you. The King of Wands is someone who is an influencer. So they are indicating it's almost like they're clarifying you are influencing the changes in your life. You're making some radical changes that will lead to this success. You may not even realize it right now. You may be guided by your heart or your intuition to make these changes, and you don't even know why, okay? But you're still in control. The King of Wands there is in control. Someone who is aligned with their goals, their dreams, someone who benefits from their passions, okay? I also see you being confident. This is a card of confidence, of self-assurance, of self-esteem. Also, we tend to have like that gecko, salamander in the King of Wands energy, which means you are protected by spirit to go after your goals, your dreams, your endeavors that set your soul, your passions alight. You are an achiever, my beautiful Capricorn, and whatever it is you set out to do, you will achieve it. But we got the Hangman there. So you may have felt like you've had to be on pause, or you felt in limbo. Perhaps you're really passionate and you want to do something, but the time period has kept you stagnant, or you're trying to sort of see things from a new viewpoint. You've sacrificed a lot for what it is that you want to achieve. So don't give up on your dreams. You will achieve what you set out to do. But this card sees you trying to, this card could be an end to the restrictions, because the Hangman does tend to mean it's an end to a restriction, anything that's holding you back in life. And a tower is basically something that has been holding you back, that needs to crumble in order for you to move forward. So I feel you are seeing things from a new perspective and seeing how much power you have to change your circumstances. Easier said than done, I know, but your intuition will lead you to where you want to go. Listen to your heart. It may whisper, but you will know where it's taking you. And we also have a 10 of Wands here. So you may have been feeling really heavy. This sort of, it's almost like everything you try to put your hand to recently may have not gone the way that you'd hoped. And you may have felt really stuck. You may have even been asking the universe if, this test of faith is because of some sort of bad karma or something like that. They're indicating here that you've taken a lot on, my beautiful Capricorn, and it's causing a lot of stress, a lot of exhaustion, and they want you to take a step back. It will be worth it, so they do want you to have faith, but I feel like you've done most of the heavy lifting already in this situation. I feel like this is about your passion. This could be a passion project, or it could be the vision that you had for the future, but in some way it got put on pause, or you felt like you've had to delay it, or you've had to sort of regroup and reassess something before you move forward. And it's been a bit of a headache, basically. But they're actually seeing or showing me that your determination, your hardworking spirit will show benefits. There will be reward here. Your stamina, your dedication, your commitment will see you, have an offer coming on in that is a financial reward. It's almost like your efforts will pay off. I do feel like it's been a long time coming, but there is an offer coming on in here. So either, for example, maybe some of you are entrepreneurs and you're deciding, or maybe suddenly some of you have been working 9 to 5 all the time, but suddenly you want to become entrepreneurs, or you've been waiting for the right moment to step into a leadership position. I see you being handsomely rewarded for it. This is your time. I feel like you are a benevolent leader as well. You're someone who people, you inspire others to get busy and get active and get successful because you're on that path. It's almost like your energy is infectious, okay? Now, if you're someone who is trying to get a new job, for example, or you're whether you have a job right now or you do not, I feel like there is an offer coming on in here for you. I would say this puts you in a position of authority, or puts you in a spotlight in some way, because it's crossing the star there. For some of you, you may want to be famous, or you may want to stand out in a position of authority in your community. Someone who is seen, someone who has power, someone who inspires others. They're just giving me that with great opportunity and great power comes great responsibility. So be careful what you wish for, because the Star card is a wish come true card. So for example, you may land the job of your dreams, but there may be a lot of red tape that goes with it, or a lot of extra duties that you did not expect to come with it. For some of you, you may want to be an entrepreneur and you want your freedom and you're like really excited to explore your passions, and then you find out that actually being an entrepreneur is a whole lot more work than you expected. It's about your branding, your product, whatever it is that you do, all the paperwork that goes with it. You're pretty much on your own, doing all your own thing. So I feel like it's worth it, but it's going to be hard work, okay? You're not someone who is adverse to hard work, but I feel with that Virgo sort of full moon there, you are going to be working smarter and not harder, but you will achieve what you set out to do. The Four of Swords says you need a bit more rest. Okay, whilst you're taking action and making big changes and all of those things, remember not to burn the candle at both ends. The Four of Swords also says renew your spirits, recover your energy through things like meditation, maybe sleep as well. But I feel like you're protected during these times. They're just kind of, if you're trying to hold everything together, for example, if you are an entrepreneur, they are saying you can take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather. It actually revitalizes your spirit, makes your brain clearer, and you come back revitalized and ready to get back to work, okay? The Eight of Pentacles is about learning as well. It is about gaining knowledge, you being the master or the mistress of your craft. Enjoying what you do will bring more finances. So if you're currently in a job that you really are not fussed about, or you've just been coasting in and you feel it's nice, I'd like to earn a little bit more money, they are kind of taking advantage, they're giving me more work, perhaps they're not paying you as much money as you deserve for it, you may decide to look elsewhere, and I feel like you would be very, very successful. But they are indicating here that with that Death card, something is changing and you're making the changes. Those changes lead to excitement and financial stability, okay? The Eight of Pentacles says you're really good at what you do. Financially, there is a lot of reward on offer for you, but you have the power to influence your circumstances, and I feel like you are going to be very successful because you've already put in that hard work. The Eight of Pentacles also is about putting yourself on courses of learning, gaining knowledge, maybe a new craft or skill. Some of you may actually be developing a greater understanding about what it is that you do, whether you're watching videos online to learn and boss up, and implement those skills so that you stand out from the crowd, or whether it is your workspace is asking you to go on these courses so that they can either elevate you or give you more money for those skills that you have, okay? This card basically sees you being accomplished in a field that you focus your energy on. You may be developing new aspects of it, but I feel like as you apply yourself to it, I feel you get better and better and better. And I feel some of you may be actually saving for a home, because they're really highlighting the home in the background there for me. So some of you may be saving for a home, trying to save your money, and maybe that's why you're feeling a little bit stuck in a rut, because when you're trying so hard to save for an apartment or something like that, and you're really excited to do it, but as the weeks go on, you're putting a little, if you're lucky, you're putting a little bit by, but there's not so much money then for you to maybe have a little treat and things like that. So you may be feeling a little bit in a huff or a little bit meh, feeling like it's a bit Groundhog Day, but I feel like there is more excitement on your way. The Death card is about transformation. You are releasing or shedding old things. You're becoming something new, or you're embracing something new that sees you elevate. The Death card often talks about that phoenix rising from the ashes, especially if you've been going through a difficult period, or you've had some sort of shock. I just feel like you're bulldozing a part of your life that you're like, you know what, that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm going to do this instead. The transformation card is all about change, of course. Nothing ever remains the same. And although you're an earth element, you do recognize that. You're actually very enlightened. You're very honest with yourself. And you recognize that sometimes you just got to bend with the trends or bend with the time period. You got to be flexible. And I see you being very, very flexible in order to achieve your goals. The one thing I don't see you doing much of at the beginning is getting rest. And they really want to, that is a major advice from Spirit, okay? Now they're just saying advantage. Now either there is a company called Advantage. I'm not here to sell anything to anybody, and I don't know even if there is a company called Advantage, but Advantage they're just giving me that word hanging in the air. So either you're reading a passage of text as you're listening to this reading and you just read the word advantage, or the company you work for is called Advantage, or that's what you're calling it, or maybe you are at an advantageous stage in your career. You're gaining an advantage in some way, okay, with this Death card energy. The Death card is a rejuvenation of energy card as well. So, I mean, we got two horses kind of back to back here. So I feel like, you know, you're being steady, but you are moving forward. There is a grounding force in your world that sees you move forward. But the Knight of Wands is someone who is determined for a new adventure, or determined to inject some excitement into their world. Also, the Knights tend to be messengers as well. So I feel like you're goal oriented. So this sees you unstoppable, trying to move through and achieve something that you set out to do, and really hitting it, like hitting your target, okay? This Knight really does not give up until they achieve their target. So this is about achieving a goal or a desire. Trust in your visions. They do have value, and you can manifest these on many, many different forms. Now, I don't know if you heard in the background there was someone who had a really loud motorcycle, okay? They just went down the road. It sounded like a panther, to be honest, a purring panther. I don't know why I'm feeling like that, but that's why I'm just getting this energy of purring panther. So I'm going to leave that there. I feel like that's precise. But at the beginning, if my memory serves me right, I see you getting keys to something. So some of you are getting the keys to perhaps maybe a motorcycle or some sort of motor vehicle. Okay, so please take that as it resonates. I'm not really sure how it resonates for you. But they just made me super aware. I know it was quite loud, but they brought my attention over here when normally it's scrying. So they wanted me to hear it louder than usual. The Knight of Wands also is someone who has a lot of energy. So you will have confidence and energy boostings as you move through the end of March. Just be a little bit mindful of that influence from the Virgo full moon, because it can see us become a little bit critical of ourselves. Okay, and that's across the board. That's not just for you, Capricorn. So have compassion with yourself. But something is ending. I feel like boredom is ending, or some sort of feeling of heaviness, and like you've got all this mundane tasks to do and it's just bogging you down, and you just feel like it's an endless cycle of no hope, or you're just going round and round on the hamster wheel. But that all changes because of something you do at the beginning of the month. The Nine of Pentacles is a self-sufficiency card. You've got what it takes to be financially rewarded, but also free. This is a card of freedom. This is a solitary energy as well. So I feel some of you, I have to give it, they're not really talking much about love in this reading for you. There is potential for a fling here. That's what I do see. There's a potential for a fling, but I feel like you may have been healing from something that you offered to in the past, and you may have felt it was just too heavy. There was too much baggage there. You can heal that if you want to, with that, even with that person. But I feel in the month of March, there's no physical connect there. I feel like there's potential for a fling here. The Nine of Pentacles is a solitary energy, but this is you being disciplined with your money. She's saving some. As you can see, the Nine of Pentacles, 6 are put away, and 3 are being used for freedom or playfulness, or fun. You remember that word fun, my beautiful Capricorn? As a Scorpio, I'm a really hard worker as well, and sometimes it gets a little bit, you feel a little bit bogged down, and you're like, oh, where's the fun in this? We have to find the fun in this. So I do feel like Spirit is asking you to find the fun aspects. It's nice to save for a rainy day, and of course, if you're lucky enough to save for a rainy day, because not everybody can, but they really want you to make sure that you do treat yourself at some point. It does not have to be a huge purchase, but they really want you to give yourself a reward. I feel like the universe is going to give you a reward for your hard work, but it is slow moving, okay? Something you're wishing for is coming on in that will bring financial gain. And it will see you being a bit more creative, also a little bit more free. I feel like this is your passion for life, your lust for life is coming back here. And I also feel some of you are wanting a deeper commitment. I'm going to pull a quick card on that. I feel like if there's someone here coming back looking to heal something with you, I feel like you actually may shock them. I feel like you either are you're taking some time out. It's not that you're making them wait. You're taking some time out to really think about how this affects your future. But I feel like there's so much baggage there that you feel it may not be rewarding for you to take a step back. I see you just wanting to move forward. And you may just take some time out, whether it's a relationship or a friendship. You're taking some time out for yourself. You're working really hard on your goals. You're transforming your life. And you're injecting more excitement into your life. And I see you being really content, really enjoying your freedom, really enjoying who you are, loving yourself fully. The Two of Swords in the reverse. You're not confused. You know what you want. You know who you are. I feel like you're releasing that the Ten of Wands is coming up in the reverse. So you're releasing the baggage. You're having the courage to do that because you don't see it in your future. You don't feel like you could compromise. The Four of Wands sees you being successful and aligning yourself with things that are meant for you. The Tower is in the reverse and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like your vision is coming to light. Okay, the Two of Swords in the reverse says you're not compromising on something because you have, it's almost like there are certain things you will do for love, for example. Oh my gosh, the song is not coming through, but I'm just reminded of it because of his recent passing. Meatloaf, I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. I just feel like you're not compromising a set of values or morals. You're leading with integrity with this card. But something that has been stuck, because this is the card of stalemate or feeling stuck. Because of your actions with the Tower, you're becoming unstuck. You're seeing things clearly. Your third eye is activated, which allows you to have a new start. The Ten of Wands is releasing the baggage, releasing the heavy load. As I said, you're going to be working smarter, not harder. And you're having courage to realize a dream or a goal. And I feel like this has taken a long time, but I feel like you're being gentle with yourself as well. This is the compassion card. I feel like you're finding the balance you need. You're finding the inner calm that you need. Oh wow, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Now I don't know if this is true. They're coming back to the Nile, and they're saying that the Nile, the way that the Nile is set out, or the way that the Nile has been carved by nature into the earth, it resembles a lily, and lily means peace. So I'm gonna have to check that out. I really don't know that as fact, so you can't quote me on that, I'm afraid. That is profound. Okay. Yeah, they're showing me no, the flower they're showing me is lotus. Sorry, I thought lily. It's lotus. The flower that they're showing me is lotus. So they're showing me it's in the shape of a lotus. I'm really going to have to check that out to see if that's true. So I can't really, I can't say that as fact, okay? I just want to say that. But Spirit, the people who come through, the energies that come through, they tend to not be wrong. So I will leave it like that. They are showing me, obviously lotus means peace, but opening. It can mean that you're in a peaceful cycle where perhaps you're on your own, you're healing, but you're opening yourself up to loving yourself again, but also opening yourself up to love. But this month is a transition month where you're reconnecting to faith and hope, but you're making radical changes for your career. The Four of Wands sees you being successful, hitting a mark. You know, this is a finish line that needs to be celebrated. The Four of Wands tends to be about a new creative phase and celebrating some sort of win. There is pleasure and harmony, both in relationships. You may be meeting new people or find yourself in really good company and you just feel like it's a magical time. Some of you may be reconnecting with people that you haven't seen in a while. They may reach out to you because they're thinking about you. I feel like you're really in sync and in the flow in the month of March. And if you're creative, like a musician or an artist or something like that, I feel like you're going to network with people that actually just appreciate who you are and celebrate who you are. And I feel you move towards success. It's like your vision is being realized. Now we have the Tower in reverse, which means you know, you've avoided some sort of disaster because you made the changes yourself. You're in control of the tower. The tower is not happening to you. You are making it happen. You are, it's almost like success, you're making it happen. Life is not happening to you. You are influencing the way that your life goes. The tower in reverse also can mean something that was stuck is released. The blockage is released. This is a liberation, okay? Whether that's a relationship that you felt was just too heavy, too much baggage, or too controlling in some way, or just made you feel confused. You didn't know where you stood. You're always trying to find the midway point or the balance. Or whether it is your work situation. I feel like you're still holding true to your vision. The Queen of Swords is someone who is very shrewd, someone who makes really good decisions. And although you're an earth element and this is an air element, I feel like you're using your brain to make some really good decisions. You're being really well organized. You're aligning yourself with what you want. And this is the plan, the strategy. You will win the game of life, okay? This card also is about your intentions. You are aligning yourself with intentions. You're turning your back to the past and you're embracing the future, okay? The Queen of Swords tends to be, you know, the sword tends to be the sword of BS. You're cutting anything that is BS out of your life, or anything that is just doesn't have a place in your mind or in your heart, that isn't positive or isn't healthy for you. I feel like you're releasing all of that, and I feel like you're embracing what is next. Okay, I feel like this Queen in this energy, and I don't often read the Queen like this because sometimes she's quite restricted or controlled, and you may have been feeling like you have to control yourself in some way in order to get to where you want to go and live in moderation. But I see this Queen right now as opening up to the universe, like what is next, the next part of the plan, the next step. Okay, this is about strategy, but also negotiating better deals, for example, or getting a fair deal, because it is a Libran energy, which is all about balance. So I hope this resonates in some way. I see a lot of movement forward, a lot of creativity, a lot of success, getting some rest. Financial reward is definitely there, but I feel like your faith is returning in something. I follow my heart is your first card. I am wild and free, okay? I am wild and free. I follow my heart. So this is, as you can see, she's blindfolded there. So I mentioned this before in the Gemini reading. Okay, now they're giving me a song, which is an operatic song, Nessun Dorma. Nessun Dorma. It's operatic. Nessun Dorma. I can't understand, obviously, the language that they're singing. So, and I'm not being given a translation, but it's a power. It's like rising up. It's coming to some sort of like massive conclusion type energy. So I feel like you are being guided to some sort of midway point on your journey that sees your energy rise up. Because I feel like you're in the ebb of, on the precipice of something really big, but there's even bigger and better to come as well. So it's like, it's not the end of your story, but I feel like there's a power rising up in you in March that shows you can achieve anything you set out to do. Don't doubt yourself, or don't, it's almost like streamline your energy, focus on the things that are important, but anything else, if it's not necessary, don't bog yourself down with it, okay? So I follow my heart. She's blindfolded, so she's also using her intuition to follow her heart. And it's number 39. When you reduce it, 3 plus 9 is 12, which is the hangman energy. So something that you've been waiting to do, or something that you have been manifesting during a period of sacrifice or seeing a new perspective, is manifesting for you. And I am wild and free. So this is you not adhering to anybody's expectations. You're free to do whatever you want, whenever you want. You are not stuck in your situation, but you must take action. You must take control and have courage to rise up and do whatever it is you set out to do, okay? It's number 43. When you reduce it, 4 plus 3 is number 7, the Chariot card. This is you being wild and free. So some of you are actually going to be emigrating or traveling, or in some way enhancing your experience, injecting a lot more energy into your life. They're showing me that you're going to be right on target, because they're showing me an arrow hitting a mark. Now, either some of you have put yourself on an archery course, or you are an archer, or you sent someone, like, you know, that emoji bullseye. I just see you hitting a mark or hitting the bullseye in something in your March, something that you've been aiming for a while. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. I'm just going to get a trinket for you. Okay, we got peace. Peace. So just one symbol, peace. And it's actually very important. We can't do anything without peace. Whenever we are mentally disturbed or we feel, unrest, or we're overthinking something or have mental conflict, we can't really see a clear direction to where we want to go. So getting peace is important. Taking a step back, getting rest, getting sleep. You actually help your path. Also, they're showing me that, oh, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. They're indicating that there's, in March, this is so bizarre, I never get stuff like this, but they're saying in March, there is going to be, you're going to fall asleep, which of course you would hope to in some point of March, but there's going to be one sleep that when you wake up, you feel so rejuvenated from it. You're like, oh, everything just feels like fresh. And pay close attention to the dream that you had in that one, because I feel like there is almost like a symbol or a sign there that will resonate not just with this reading, but will resonate with your ambition, your path, the way where you want to end up in terms of your goal. So pay close attention. I mean, every morning you may wake up and feel like, oh, I had a good sleep. But there was one where you're like, wow, that was just like one of the best sleeps I've ever had. Pay close attention to that one, okay? They actually want me to put this on the Chariot card, so I feel you will be overcoming a difficult period and moving towards peace and serenity, okay? I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in the reading for you, my beautiful Capricorn. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn. Love and light.